Hello everybody, how we doing, I have my mushroom cup and I'm ready to start the day. So, earlier today, Anna was doing a puzzle, and I was like, I'm gonna hop onto my computer and do some stuff over on the GASP SMP, and Anna was like, alright, I'm sure I'll get a, Alyssa, hello. I'm sure I'll get a go live notification within the next, hour or so. And I'm like, hey, look, it's not within the plans. And then, 3 hours later, I'm like, I know you were just joking, but I think I'm going to stream. How we doing? I hope we're doing well. Chaotic Chinchilla, I hope you're doing well. How well, Princess? How well? Congratulations on your second timer first. A very cool achievement, if I do say so myself. But yes, I want to play more Create. And I think we start working towards the starter house today, because I learned that the cool Create way of doing storage is not gated behind the Brass Age. So I'm actually really excited now. So yeah, and I did do some, creative planning of it a little while back, and I felt like it was just way too big for a starter house. But, looking at it the other day, I'm like, is it actually too big? Either way, we're not gonna, just do it all in creative. At the end of the day, it was fun practice, but I'm more interested in figuring things out as we go along, right? But I do certainly want more materials in my life, and I want us to plan out what we want in the house. Got a record player and I'm now listening to Minecraft on vinyl. Let's go. Minecraft of vinyl? Is that I assume that's just a vinyl soundtrack. I know almost nothing about music in general. I'm a bad musician. Goal's right there to be aged, you know it. Alright. And love the mug? So do I. It holds so much coffee in it. It's the best. And it feels like it was made for me. So our last major series we were doing was season 4 of Dragonfell SMP, in which I did a mushroom village kind of base. And I was at a market, and there was this woman selling homemade pottery and mugs and stuff, and I was just looking for one that holds a lot of coffee, because I like having as much coffee in my cup as I can get away with. And I was like, yeah, this one feels like it's really good. And she's like, oh, I think I've actually got one that holds more coffee that's bigger than that, if that's what you're after. And she pulls this one out, and it feels like it was fate. And I'm like, that is genuinely my perfect mug right here. Genuinely my perfect mug. It's the best day. On vinyl, let's go. Alright, but let's head over to the Create land of things. I don't think I've done... No, I haven't done anything in between streams. Meant to be, absolutely. Yeah, I don't think I've done anything in between streams. So last stream, we got our homeboy built up. We don't have a name for him yet. I'm kind of thinking Rolly. But he's our boy. We can take him with us, and he'll carry some chests, which we're probably gonna need to make use of today. It's our boy. I'm thinking calling him Rolly. He makes me so happy. Yeah, and I showed you off everything else that I'd been doing between streams. And yeah, we've got our basic scuffed filtered storage going on, full on onions, and I did AFK for a little bit to let everything start filtering through. I don't know though, because all I see is onions, and I don't know if it's just cycling the same things over and over again, and if I'm just stuck there, but we'll see. Is the real Cobblemon? Not wrong. And we obviously need to get these decorated as well, get them feeling nice and spooky. But yeah, I think I want to start working towards the starter house today. And I think we made a clipboard, didn't we? I assume that's in gear? Yeah. So I want to put it over here. And I want it to be pretty decent size. But let's think about like the rooms that we want. So we want a kitchen. And we want it to be kind of like powered by Create. We need storage. Now the way that storage with Create works, with the cool stuff, let's do this so we can look more at the JEI side of things. So if we do Create, so we've already seen vaults. Bippity boppity boo. Alright, so we need a packager, item hatch, vaults, a stock link, a stock ticker, potentially a frog port. Because apparently this isn't actually gated behind brass, which I assumed it was. We might need a repackager. I haven't played around with this system enough, but there's also, we need a seat is another thing we need. Whatever color. Packager, frog port, stock ticker, stock link. Item vault, item hatch, packager. Is that all we need? Oh, and I want, we probably want to look at the chain conveyors. This guy isn't needed unless you get into auto crafting. Okay, cool. So is this what we need for like a basic storage setup? I think so. Because yeah, I was very surprised to find out that it's not actually, I assumed like these were gated behind brass, but they're not. It's actually gold that we need for it. So like all of this is very doable. So we'll be learning about all this stuff later today. So I think that's all we need. We do need like an animal or something to be our like shop clerk. But essentially what we want is we want to have like a few vaults. So we're probably going to want storage access as well as the like vault storage in here. Not a fan of the repackager. It runs off invisible data that is in the packages themselves, which is so unintuitive compared to the rest to create. Interesting. Thank you for the lurk, Alyssa. I appreciate you. Let's, is there an easy way to like click and shout people out? No. Annoying. Everyone should go check out Just Alyssa. I've been really enjoying watching her playing, yeah, we've got the stock ticker and the stock link. I've been really enjoying watching Alyssa. She's been learning Minecraft, and it's been really enjoyable to watch. She's super chill, super enjoyable. As far as I'm aware, she's PG. I haven't seen her not be PG, so... but yeah, it's... I've been really enjoying her content. She's only been streaming for a couple months now. And yeah, just go check her out. Give her a follow. Check her out. Good bean. Okay, but yeah. So we don't necessarily need these machines in there, but I do probably want a kind of processing workshop. So, like, for machines that require multiple steps that we want to make semi-regularly, that's something that I want to have in the starter house and, like, the workshop. I know I want to have water wheels on the side. Of house. We're gonna want an enchanting setup. We gotta just have a general living space. And bedroom. Just important. An add-on mod that explained how they improved the repackager for me to understand how the repackager works in base create. Fair. I wouldn't mind somewhere to store Rolly, which I think is what I'm calling him. The golem dude. Like somewhere like as part of the build, like kind of like a helipad or something where he just stands up on a balcony or something would be great. That feels like everything we need. Like we can have the enchanting setup be a kind of study. And then things that like we don't have that I know I'm gonna want, especially because we're doing a lot in the way of we want to do magic stuff, right? So I'm gonna want to get our hands on dyes, and we're gonna want to get a decent amount of sand for glass and concrete and stuff, concrete powder. Yeah, so let's have a look. So like pretty much all of this will be condensed into like, all the storage will be super easy there. Yes, we need a bedroom. And like we'll have crafting stations and stuff where we have the storage access port. We will need a way to get things inside the house from other, like from like the crop farm and stuff. So we'll need some kind of item import location and potentially an item export location. Like this will probably take us quite a bit to build this. Like it's probably going to be a decent sized build. It's going to be pretty detailed and complex, but I think it's going to be really cool. So let's just, for now, let's start with just like blocking some stuff out. I'm like low on cobble, aren't I? Yeah, let's maybe go harvest some cobble and stuff. Cause it's a good layout block for right now. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da. Now I know I am gonna wanna like hollow out torches on me, I do. And I'm gonna wanna hollow out the space under these stairs. So might as well do this. We are gonna do it with like a rope pulley and drills, but you know, for now this works. And we can put some signs down and stuff to, ooh, zinc. Oh, that's right, we have a little bit of fortune, don't we? Hell yeah. So we can put some signs down. I essentially just want to make a floor plan for the moment. We're probably going to want to use like the crimsite and viridium for cool colored roofs and stuff. That'll probably do for now. Could I have a basement storage link to offload Rolly Boy and a dumbwaiter in the kitchen for food deliveries? That's cute. And Dave, a frog post box, potentially. I would like to avoid just making a basement, right? To put a bunch of vaults in. I'd rather try to incorporate them in a better way. So let's grab some dirt and let's even this space out a little bit. We might need to move Rolly. In fact, we're most definitely going to want to move Rolly just so we've got extra space going. So let's put him here for the moment. Pixie, how you doing, lovely? Hope you're doing well. Let's make sure this is powered because I don't want to like place him in the world. There we go. Rolly can chill here for a little bit. So I certainly kind of want to make a path that cuts behind here and comes out to here, probably. Good friend, maybe not actually, because this comes straight through here. So, Body of Static, thank you for popping in and take care. Have a wonderful night. A wonderful day, wonderful night. Hope you're doing super well. So this area is a lot flatter here, and then it rounds out around this way. So I know I want to have a path that goes through and up here and probably around to there. So let's potentially just mark that out real quick. Didn't know that's what it would do, lol. I just joined. I mean, why would you click the button that says goodbye? It's obviously gonna say goodbye. There is a hi, there's a hey. You could have done that. So let's say, yeah, this is probably gonna come through. Xena! Hello, lovely. How are we doing? Nice to see you. So we're probably gonna cut through kind of like this. And then, so this is the workshop. Let's, it's annoying that you can't, oh, you can. Okay, never mind. What was the fun in that? I mean, I suppose. Pop Dove said spend stuff. I mean, valid. The pup points out as soon as I joined. Valid. So yeah, I think like we have the house start there. Tired, but I'm fine. I'm glad. Tay! Hello, lovely. Sweet dreams, you sweet dreams. Sweet dreams, you sweet dreams. Sorry, I wanted to fill this in. So, I want this to feel quite wonky, but also spooky. Like, we're going for, like, spooky, magic punk witches in the woods. Right? Just trying to immediately make you and you forever in joke. Yep. Could we get some love in the chat, please, for Tayris? Tay is a long-time friend of the channel. A super cool bean, really lovely and wonderful, funny, great sense of humor. Just an awesome, awesome human being. So much love for you, my friend, and it's very nice to see you. So. Stupid Twitch smart detection. Of course I want all these multicolor hearts. Banana. Okay, I can do that for now. Made me tear up. Oh, God. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm glad. Cry! I was scrolling YouTube Shorts today, and my own YouTube short from a clip Jazz took of me the other day popped up. Yeah, so I want to grab a couple. So I think I want to do like maybe front building here with like maybe like some side buildings going on. Richest edition of the world. It doesn't deserve desperate needs. Thank you. Okay, so we know we want an entrance. So let's just throw in like a, what, a 5-0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like this. So then we're gonna want our like entrance corridor into living space, really. So if we just mark that off as entryway. Let's just grab a bunch of signs. Early doctor's appointment before work tomorrow. Ugh. Yeah, I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow as well, actually. Do we have any signs made up? We've got a handful. Let's... how are we on lighter color woods? Let's do jungle. Jungle's always a good sign color. My new game called Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. I've heard that's pretty good. I know I've heard a lot of people enjoying that. Okay, so if we go entryway. Let's potentially do like a little bit of a corridor here. So like a 1, 2, 3 maybe. And this can lead into our like living space here. Doesn't need to be too big. Now, generally speaking, when it comes to a starter house, the most important thing is you want your storage and your bed to be the most accessible things. You don't want to put them upstairs or anywhere that's annoying to get to, because it just gets annoying really quick. My workdays run like 11 hours. Oh, God. Rip indeed. But Scatter, how you doing, lovely? Hope you're doing well. Let me... No, don't do that. That's illegal. You can't be... No being nice to me. I'm crazy! Ah! Living space, maybe. Potentially mixed with, have multiple beds, so you have a pretty bedrooms upstairs. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. So for our starter house in our solo world, right, we have our master bedroom, and then we have a couch that's accessible and like really, really accessible, that acts as a bed. So we never sleep in our bedroom. So let's skip the front man and make an accessible bedroom. I don't think I like this way of doing things. We're adding a second bed. Do you want me to make you a mini you? I'm curious. Tell me more. Trying to get better at only keeping one tool in my hotbar and swapping between them, other than my pick, because I always want my pick. But... Alright, so let's start by just doing, you know, a longish thing back here. How much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so that's 13 in the middle. Let's start with doing something like that. Let's chop these trees down. I'm certainly intrigued by the concept of a mini-me. I was also thinking, like, I feel like netherite armor goes really, like the kind of purpley gray armor. We should probably try to get netherite in this playthrough. Because I feel like that looks more witchy than anything else. In my crazy world, excellent. Also, I'm alright, lose my mind a little, but I'll live. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of with you. Alright, so let's put these back in the bundle. I assume this is... Oh, that's huge! That doesn't stack? Oh, baby. Oh. So do you want me to do it? Go for it. Let me for it. So I know that I want at least, we're probably going to end up with, I kind of feel like if we have like an overhead bridge thing into like a small little side building that we can put like at least a vault in. Probably 2, so if we can make it 6 high. Do we know what the max size of a vault is? Looking into fixing up my snow cone machine. Ooh, knowing it's an easy and having the skills that make it easier, 2 different things. Well, yes. Ooh, dimensions of an item vault, that's what I want. This can be combined to increase the total capacity. The base square can be up to 3 by 3 wide, yeah. And grow in length up to 3 times their diameter. So 9 then? And then we probably want a little bit of space behind. So let's make it 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like this. Bum bum. It was nice to see you the other day, by the way, Xena. We need to organize to Ketchup. Which I know I'm very bad at. Is that? Yeah, that is offset. That's good. Cool, cool, cool. So yeah, I think I like the idea of this having like a overhead bridge. Right, tools are a must if your speed needs. Gonna go past that? That's totally fair, Scatter. I appreciate your existence. Keep on being cool and stuff. What, let's have a look at Farmer's Delight. What can we make without meat right now? So if we look at the cooking pot, right? This is probably going to be the best thing. Okay, we got raw pasta. Make vegetable noodles. It requires mushrooms though. Well, I suppose we got plenty of mushrooms actually. How do I make you? Just slicing dough? Okay. We could potentially do that. You're cool, happy to pop in when I see you live. Helps distract me from everything else, because good vibes. I'm glad, I'm glad. Yeah, we're certainly still on a break, and I'm still certainly recovering from burnout, but it is nice just having a good time and just going live when I feel like going live for as long as I feel like going live without having a schedule or anything like that. It's just, yeah, it's been enjoyable. Okay, so, because yeah, I feel like I just ADHD'd hard. Didn't I? I'm like, I just like looked at the fact that I only have 10 burgers, and in my head I'm like, we need food, and then completely sidetracked. So that's an option. I think there's like ratatouille or something too. Vegetable soup. We certainly have all this. Oi! So we certainly have all the stuff for vegetable soup. And that gives nourishment, which I think stops you from losing saturation. Like, we have all of these things. And we could just throw that in a cooking pot. We need bowls, but that's not a problem. So we got pies and stuff. Fruit salad regen. Interesting. Mixed salad. Curious. Ella salad, that looks horrific. Barbecue on a stick. I don't want anything with meat because I don't have a renewable source of it at this moment in time. Stuffed potato is meat. Cabbage rolls. Meat. Oh no, it doesn't have to be. So this can be, oh, that can be, oh, although you're not very good though, but you can, okay, that's really easy to make. Cabbage roll is very easy to make. I assume, ooh, cup roll is pretty doable. Cup roll slice, we just slice that and we get 3 of them, but they're super doable. Horace gets pets? Absolutely. Just keep it awesome. We'll be right here when you're down to hang off to Lucky Luck. Thank you. I appreciate that so much, Scatter. Oh, Maurice, thanks you for the service, Scatter. Have a good night's sleep, alright? So yeah, there's certainly that as an option, although I feel like there's better uses of our dried kelp at this moment in time. There's just simply cooked rice, which isn't very good, but is super doable. Bone broth, beef stew, chicken soup, vegetable soup we've looked at, fish stew, fried rice. Requires eggs, which I don't know if we really have super access to. Pumpkin soup requires meat. Baked cod stew, noodle soup requires meat. Onion soup requires milk. That seems annoying. Bacon eggs obviously requires bacon. Pasta with meatballs, pasta with mutton chops, mushroom rice. Doable. Roast mutton chops, vegetable noodles, baked potatoes, ratatouille. Okay, so that's just a bunch of vegetables. And it's pretty good. Gives nourishment for 1 minute. Chloe! Hello. We cooking today? Yeah, well, we were planning out our starter house, and then I realized that I'm running low on burgers again. And I ADHD'd hard to look at what recipes we can make with just veggies. So that's certainly an option. Ratatouille. Stuffed pumpkin. Also an option. I think that's a placeable one. Yeah, okay. We don't really have berries. Like, all of these are placeable, and you, like, take bits out of it with a bowl. Gleaming salad. No. Dog food. Delicious. Get that train wreck of thought? Absolutely. Yeah. So there was the ratatouille, there was the vegetable soup, there was kelp rolls, pumpkin soup? No. There was like vegetable noodles was an option. Farmer's Delight? Yeah, I love Farmer's Delight. So yeah, pretty much the only two real mods we have. Cabbage roll is, I don't really want a food that's not that good. It's very easy to make, but it's not that good. Yeah, so the main two mods we have are Farmer's Delight and Create. And so we made up, we still need to decorate them, but we made our ominous crop farms a little while back. So we've got all of the Farmer's Delight crops. What about avocado toast? No, that wouldn't be Farmer's Delight. They don't have avocados. Okay, so let's have a look. So ratatouille. So I think we need bowls for all of these. No, we don't for you. You we will, and you we will. So this requires mushrooms, which we don't have renewably, but we do have access to. We have the kelp rolls, which are good, but I don't know if I want to use our... Have I missed you using the schematic cannon? No, we're not using it. Well, I don't think we need to use it today. I feel like I don't want to use our dried kelp on that. Vegetable soup. That gives nourishment for 3 minutes. This gives it for 5. I think I want to go for the vegetable noodles because it's interesting to me. Like, we got to make pasta. There's like a bunch of steps here. Now, we're not going to do it with Create mixing because we don't have a blaze burner. So we'll do it with the traditional Farmer's Delight method, which is slower, but that's fine. So we're gonna need a stove, which I should have, yep. Stove and a pot. Then There's like new wooden baskets that look way nicer than the other ones. So that's canvas sticks. We have a bunch of straw now that we get from harvesting the rice. Which we can turn into, I think it's just like that. Canvas? Yeah, okay. Version of the song I sent you? I have, yeah, it's my Hey song. What do I want? Basket. Because apparently the items shoot over to the right side? Or the left side? Does this tell me? No. One of them. So let's maybe just make two just in case. Does look in my head whenever that plays. I mean, the correct way to be. So let's just make a second basket. And we'll just put this with everything else that we have at this moment in time. All right, so cooking pot. Beautiful. So now we need to put a bunch of bowls in there. So that's easy enough. Okay. And let's just put these in here. Apparently these act like hoppers. How old am I? I am 32. All right, so now, first off, we need pasta, which means we need dough, and to slice that with a knife. I think our knife is getting low, so let's maybe make a diamond one. Which I think is just that and a diamond and a stick. Like that, right? Yeah. Oh, we can put our saw away. Bippity-boo. So we need dough. Do I have any flour and stuff already made? Nope. So let's go grab a stack of wheat. I might as well grab everything else we need. So we need wheat. We won't need to grab cabbage because I'm pretty sure we have a lot of cabbage leaves already. So we need a carrot and then like any veggie. That to stop anything coming out. So let's grab stack of carrots. I think I have like a million onions, so let's grab that. I need wheat. Yeah, I don't think we need to bother with the cabbage. I think we've got a bunch of sliced cabbage already made up. We do. Alright, so let's throw the wheat in here. We're gonna need to wash it into dough. We're gonna swap out the iron knife that's about to break with some brand new diamond ones. Because yeah, I assume I turned all of the dough I had into bread, yeah. Did something and sent it to you? Let's have a look. I assume you sent it to me on Messenger, which I don't have super easy access to on my computer. So I'll have a look at it after stream. Be gone, leaves. I guess the canvas can go in misc. drops. You saplings can go away. Facebook Messenger, but okay. Yeah, fair enough. I don't have it like hooked up easily on my computer. Come on. Give me a stack. On the Gasp SMP, I'm working on like a full speed create workshop with some like a little bit of brass stuff too, and I'm just like, ugh, it's slow. Alright, there we go. I assume we probably get... Oh, it's 1-to-1. Wow, that's actually kind of surprising. I assumed it was going to be multiple pasta per dough, but that's fair. Alright, then we do that. We can pick you up. And then that's going to slice the dough into raw pasta. So while that's doing what it's doing, okay, I know I want like a side building that's coming out, right? So let's maybe have that be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide. Maybe 7. So I've got a bit more space. Although if I do that, I want to pull it back a little. So maybe... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like this. And we'll just come out an arbitrary amount, whatever feels okay. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's do that to keep it odd for convenience sake. Then I want to come out maybe 1, 2, 3, like this. Yeah, and we're gonna do a handful of blocks up. We're just gonna do a small little extension thing here. I don't know what we're gonna put in it. But I saw that in a reference image and I really like it. Right. Still going. And then, do we have room for a tower? Probably. Something like this. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's make that 5 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we can do a little tower there. And we can potentially have, I mean, how big is Rolly? Would Rolly be able to stand on top of that little structure there? Like, he'd have to face that way. Which he looks way better facing forward. So probably not. Alright. You. So now we should be able to put all of this stuff in here and it will start... No? Oh, we need mushrooms too. I almost forgot. got a stack of red ones, so let's put those in. Forgot about that. All right. So it'll take a little bit of time, and I think it'll just put it into the basket. I could be wrong, though. It might go into the inventory. Okay, it just goes into the inventory. Cool. So that'll take a little bit of time to cook. In the meantime, I think this is the first floor. So I think I want... If we... So a vault is 3 tall. So we can potentially just make this like 5 high and have 1 vault. Or we could aim for 2 vaults in here, which is probably enough for starter storage. So if we go... probably room for a floor, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then like 1 higher to give like an air block space. Run out of blocks, that's okay. Then we might put like a windmill or something on top of that structure as well. All right, so what I might do quickly, let's take a break because I need to go to the bathroom and all that good stuff, fill my water bottle and whatnot. In the meantime, I'm going to run 3 minutes worth of ads, which allows us to turn off pre-rolls for the next hour. And it's also a great opportunity for you guys to take a break as well. Have a glass of water, a bite to eat. There's a lot of focus on stream of looking after streamers with things like hydrate redeems and the stuff. But it's honestly even more important to look after you guys. There's more of you than there is of me, and you've got less people telling you to be good. So unstrip thy spine, have a glass of water, have a bit of a stretch, maybe a bite to eat, take your meds if you haven't, and I will see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, we're back. We are back, everybody. Hope you are doing good and great and cool and stuff. And yeah. Alright, let's pop back into things. I do think, let's have a quick sleepity slap. And thank you for the hydrate, Pika. Appreciate you. You're doing well. What did I think? I did not look. I will have a look after stream. That's right. We're out of blocks, so let's just use Dark Oak Plex. I do think we're probably gonna have a little bit of a jut out on this build that will allow us to add like a front port and stuff. Yeah. So. Rude. Hi. You seem to have got yourself in a little bit of a pickle, sir. Sure, I guess this could be paved in with wood. Grab a little bit more. A little bit more light. Step in the kitchen and I step outside. I'll kill you, Anna. And it's gonna feel good. Alright, so let's start bringing up things. So yeah, we know we want this to come to here. And we'll probably add a smaller little substructure on top as well. Okay, and yeah, I think we want to come in maybe like this, and if we do no, I think just a 3x3 little thing, maybe a little longer, but maybe like 4 high here. Something like this, just to help. It's a little tall. We will end up probably with like a windmill on here. I'm thinking. Like this. I think this portion is probably better off as like a balcony kind of thing. So let's maybe have this out like this. And then we can have like our import export thing coming out of here, and we can have a like a frog port, like a couple frog ports here that will like grab off like whatever, wherever the chain network is. So it just adds a little bit of extra detail to the frame as well, which is good. Okay, I do know that I want to have a walkway as well, so let's... We should make some scaffolding, but I am lazy, so let's just pick an arbitrary spot, maybe here. make that 3 wide. And we will want it to be roofed, but this area is also going to be like a flat top garden, so I don't know how well that's going to work. But we would... I fell. But we'll see. We'll figure that out later. So let's bring the center of this up like 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 7. Another couple, I reckon. And then this will probably come up like 5. Like you. So if we do something like this. Like that. Is probably cool for that little entranceway. No? We desperately need to make some scaffolding. So let's go do that now. Which channel can I post art in? If you are in the if you look in the roles channel, there's a creative arts role that you can turn on, and then you'll get access to all the like art channels and stuff. Let's... Oh, these only stack to 16? That's disgusting. Disgusting. I'll never financially recover. I need scaffolding. How are we on stream? Yeah, we got enough. Bamboo is in here. Yeah. And I know we have like create scaffolding too. So is it just andesite? Let's what about you? Can I just do that with copper? That feels cheaper to me. Let's see what that's like. If that's essentially the same thing as like normal scaffolding, but just a different construction material. Can I do this and then climb and then no? Okay, so that doesn't have the. So this is more structurally stable, which is okay, to be honest. I don't mind that. Let's just do that. Cool. So then we know that we want probably the second floor to line up with this. Which I want the second floor to come out one. Let's not bring it out one on this side though, just on the front. Like this, right? So then if we bring that up a decent amount here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Posted art if you want to check that out, but I'm gonna look now. Yeah, thank you. Door, 'cause there's something down there. I have him! That's amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Chloe. What a hero. Lurk and no sound? All good. Appreciate you, Pika. And thank you for the lurk, Chloe. Appreciate you. So how much is this then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 blocks. So we probably want to go. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish. 9, 11 maybe? Does that feel good proportionally? That feels really big so far. So let's come down. How does that feel proportionally? I think it will end up that tall, but it needs to be shorter here. So maybe this. Before we start moving inwards. Like that. Okay. That feels all right. I love you, Rolly. My man. Get you a man who carries your things. And I'm well aware that... Oh yeah, of course, because it's sticking out. And yes, I'm well aware that dark oak is a terrible framing material, but it happens to be what I have a large amount of. So let's 1, 2, 3. Wow, that's a pretty low. I mean, pretty low wall, but I think it's okay. We might want to move the roof line up a little bit, but 1, 2, 3, 4. But like this is the floor level really, so it would actually be like this, and then this would be the kind of jutting out part. Yeah, I think that's all right. I have messed that up. There we go. I feel like I've seen more of these in this world than I have in like any other world, like as frequently. Maybe it's just because they're like, there aren't that many spots for them to spawn, so like they're just super visible for me every time. All right, well let's mirror this. 5, I believe it was that we came up. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. Come up 2 because it's a nice spooky angle. And then this is going to be kind of annoying to do what I want to do. What we might end up doing is blocking in all of the framing for what we want, and then like take a schematic of it and paste it into Creative so that we can like play around with the frame a lot easier. Because I certainly want to make the roof lines feel really wonky. Holy mackerel! KD! Can we get some IO7s in the chat, please, for Katie? Holy mackerel. 100,000 channel points for Katie. Alright, Katie, what I need you to do is I need you to open a ticket in my Discord in the support category. Open a ticket that just says walk on sound. And then I need you to send me a sound file that is 6 seconds or less, and is PG and isn't super jump scary. And I will get that hooked up in between streams. That's amazing. Heck yeah. Love seeing more walk-on sounds. Because yeah, I definitely want this to be like super crookedy and jaggedy. They go to the Discord link though. Don't remember if I'm in already. Okay, so we've got our little walkway here. So we're gonna want a little thing here. Might end up just being like a balcony-ish looking overhang, but we're gonna come out one and do like 3 high like this. And something like this as our little carryover bridge. Although I feel like I do want to give it a roof line. So let's just do like a little basic A-frame roof line there. Then we'll give like supports and stuff under here, but I think that should be good. And then we could just have like a door that comes out here on top of that. Now, I think I want to have I feel like I wouldn't mind a really big balcony out here. Although I guess we should get the frame in the tower first before we look at that. And yeah, certainly the front of the house will jut out quite a lot, I think. And then we'll have like, I don't know if we'll have this side jut out as much, but we'll see. We're gonna want a big honkin' chimney somewhere. Alright, so this is gonna be just a pretty simple looking extension-y thing. And I think we're gonna have the roof line just kind of do this into the side of that building. Like this. with like a little wonky support leg here. Really the big thing about building most things in life is in Minecraft is shapes. If you can get a build that has lots of interesting shapes and levels and dimensions, then it's probably going to turn out pretty good regardless of like how good you are at actually putting the build together. Like obviously if you have a super clashing build palette and stuff and your like texturing is really distracting and noisy, it's still a problem. But how do I create a ticket again? Just go to the support channel and it should just have a button for add ticket. We are almost out of planks. Now, I don't think I want to fully detail the build in creative, but I want to get the kind of base structure in. But like right now with our level of materials and gear and stuff, it's quite like, we're kind of making it in an organic way, and that's really hard to do in early game Minecraft, to do really kind of organic-y looking stuff. So it's going to be a lot easier to get our framework roughed in how we want it in here, then grab it, make a schematic of it, put it into our creative flat world, and then tweak all the framing, block in like the base building blocks, but then like that's it. And then bring it back in as a Krish, how we doing? Let's create as a real rough structure, and then we can come in, replace blocks, detail, all the good stuff. But having like a set like structure will really help trying to build it in early game. Trying to build like a cool dynamic looking spooky witch's house. So we need more wood. Maurice gets pets, let's go. Yeehaw! Maurice, thanks you for the service. Let's just stretch that up so I don't remove the walk on sound until I've dealt with it, but it's not like blocking my vision of things too much. All right, so let's look at this build. This jut out here. Like we also want this to be 2-storied. So let's 4, 6, 7 maybe. Is that exactly what we have there? It is. So let's go down to Nick on Moon. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Uh, 67. What are we 67ing? Yeah, maybe to there. 123 GV BVG. Hello there. Hope you're well. Do you have something you'd prefer me to call you other than a random string of keyboard smashing? Is it a server that I can join? It is not. This is a single player world. Call me 123 or good 123. No, this is a single player create world that I've been really enjoying. Okay. Like you, then let's remove these trees to Open up some space in our life. I tend to play with viewers once a year, and that's on my birthday. It's a pattern, by the way, with the string of GVBVG. But you can just call me 123, not like 123. All right, 123. All right, 123. That's all good. Yeah, so we've pretty much just got base create, as well as like create deco and copycats and stuff, as well as farmer's delight, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, we're working on our spooky witch's house in the dark forest. The vibe we're going for is magic punk spooky witches. We've got a basic andesite age create workshop set up. We've got some basic crop farms that we still need to decorate more of. We've got our little well. We've got our backpack golem rolly. But we've got a bunch of stuff now that it's really time to do the starter house. Especially now that I've learnt that this stuff isn't gated by brass. Maybe play with fans. You can host local on your PC if you got good PC. No. I like on my birthday I will do like Hypixel with viewers. But other than that, no. I really am not in a capacity to run any form of viewer or sub server. They just require a lot of moderation, a lot of work, a lot of technical stuff, and plenty of cost as well. It's kind of annoying that these these float in the air, but it's also fine. Okay, so let's get back up here now, so we can see what we're doing. All right, but yeah, I'm thinking, do we maybe make this one more of a simple A-framey? They added a new friend system now. You can join each other. That's right. Yeah, they've just added like the P2P feature thing, right? Is this the center? I think so. Although, I mean, we can go a similar roof and it'll probably only come up to like there. That's probably fine. I feel like just a simple A-frame is going to be too short. Although I wanted this to be 2 stories, didn't I? So let's come out 1. And then let's go up like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make it taller, 7 maybe. We will just do an A-frame roof for this, I think, though. Maybe taller, have this be quite different in its proportions. 12, no, let's go down to, I think that's probably good. And then, yeah, we do just A-frame it here. I think that's roughly the center. Maybe, let's find out. Want to test it out? No. Done. 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 I'm also just not going to open my own personal system to strangers on the internet. I don't know exactly how they've like how they're setting it up and doing it, but that doesn't feel like a super safe decision in my life. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. That seems about right. Come across like this. Frame you in. Like, I reckon we can fit everything that we want to fit into this house. It's pretty big. It's a pretty good sized starter house, right? Nickamoon, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I know I want... Oops. Like on this side of the house, I want to have like kind of support jut out thing that has water wheels, and then maybe some kind of like magical water source pouring down out of like glass, and then we can just have water being powered under here to add towards the general power supply of the base. I'm gonna put a windmill up on top there, and however many big water wheels will fit in here. And then I do want to add some more windmills like up on hills and stuff, vertical ones, that kind of look like spinning magical crystals. I've got an idea for. Yeah, something like that. I feel like that's pretty cool. It's hard to like super make it out because it's so dark. Like, we're just using dark oak planks because that happens to be all I can really afford to use as bulk planning blocks right now. We definitely want a chimney somewhere. Oh, we wanted to do a tower too. Do we think it's worth having a tower? I feel like there's enough. I think we just make this into a big honkin' chimney instead. Maybe like here? Like a big fat chimney. Okay, maybe it is handy that I can place these made. Well, that's annoying. Damn. Ah, that's interesting. Okay. I feel like this is a pretty good shape in our life. The chimney might need to be a bit taller, but it's hard to tell with the fact that all the shapes blend together so much. Thank you for the follow, 123. Appreciate ya. Yeah, alright. So what we're gonna need then is go to another stream. Fair enough. It's generally a bit impolite to say that, but you know. Empty schematic. No. Schematic. What's this one? Schematic and quill? Alright, so I need an empty schematic and a feather will allow us to make a schematic. So yep, we have an empty schematic. We need a feather, which I would be surprised if we didn't have. Schematic and quill. In a snapshot. It's in a snapshot. Okay, so this is as far over as it comes to here. Right now, yeah. Yeah. I don't know which one, but it's the most recent one, I think. To here, I think. I should capture everything right now. Yeah. Okay. And then Alt to go up or Control to go up. Alt to go up. Had to go up. No. How? What? What's going on? Is that moving things? No. What am I doing? That. Uh-huh. And like that. Okay, that's moving it, I think. Uh-huh. Okay, so back down like that. I think if I click on that, can I? No? What? I am holding control. I don't know what's going on here. At least in there. Uh-huh. What? What? Where's decided? Decided's usually my create guru. What's going on here? Is it Alt? No. Shift Alt? No. Control Alt? It's kind of... No. What? I'm just... I guess let's just... I tried that. Or is it just scrolling? No, it's not just scrolling. So I guess what we're going to want to do is come to here to here. Rugged Stoic, sir. There's an octopus on your shoulder. Ah, oh my god! Welcome in, Stoic. I hope you're well. This is Maurice. Maurice is the patron saint of the channel. He looks over us. He hopes you're well. If you're ever having a bad day or feel like nobody cares, Maurice cares. He is always in your corner and you are always in his thoughts. And I hope you're doing well. Alright, I think that's the right height. So if we now do you. And then we just do it the less fancy way. Okay, what you building? We are working on our starter house today for our Create Solo World. We are working on kind of a... Oh, don't want to... let's have a quick look. We are looking at a... yeah, we're building like spooky magic punk witches in the deep dark forest. And so the important thing is once we get the house in as well, is that now we know the height that we need to build our trees so that it can be fully encompassing, so it feels like you've walked through this spooky forest and there's just this this house there. I don't want it to be breaching the canopy at all. Okay, so now if we get rid of the scaffolding, so right now, because we're super early game, and I want to make this, because it's a witch's cottage, I want to do a lot with like wonky lines and things like that. It's going to be quite difficult for me to freehand framing that all in and getting everything in nicely how I want. So we're going to take a schematic, we're going to go paste it over into Creative, and then we're going to do some really rough blockouts, take another schematic, bring it back over here so we've got something to work off. Shift right click for interface. Adjusting is meant to be on screen controls. Maybe I wasn't shift right clicking. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, gonna call you temp starter house frame. Save and upload immediately. Cool. I don't think that's actually what I wanted, but that's fine. Hold control to highlight a block in midair, scroll to adjust the distance. Two blocks are selected, look at the selection's faces and control scroll to adjust the size. Yeah, it simply wasn't working. Simply wasn't working properly. Alright, but let's pop out to here into my single player world. Into my my creative world. Now you guys know me, I don't like to do too much in creative, but this was my first attempt like playing around with the house. It felt a bit too big, but like looking back at it, I feel like it's probably similar to what we've got going on right now anyway, but yeah, we want to have like wonky lines and put on phone to Google and see stream. No, it's fair. All right, so I guess we need a schematic cannon. Schematic cannon, we'll need a table, empty schematic. Schematic cannon, I guess temp starter house frame. And I guess there. Sure, let's move Y, let's bring it down 1. So all that stuff's in line with the floor. Yep. You know what's fun? Minecraft in VR? I can't do VR. Awful for me. Now, I'm in creative. Is there a way that I can not give this guy the blocks? Oh, I guess it shouldn't be too difficult, right? It's just cobblestone and dark oak. You can use a schematic and place it? Oh, I don't need to actually do the schematic cannon in this? Ah! Wait, no. You... Oh, just print. Okay. Awesome. That's handy. I was gonna say, is this facing the wrong way? No, we're just facing the wrong way. That makes life easier. It shouldn't respond to blanks, but let's just do that anyway. Get this stuff out of my life. Create a thing with infinite supplies. Fair enough. It'd be nice to have my axiom, but it's not on NeoForge. I don't generally use it for fancy stuff, but it is nice to have just for the simple, like, context controls. Broken Stoic, thank you for the follow, I appreciate you. Okay, so first things first, let's start by just, fixing everything to be easier to understand. And then we'll do some rough blockouts with basic building blocks. Bum bum ba da da dum. I probably should have done it one higher, huh? That's annoying. I think I've got world edit. So if we do from here to here, replace grass block with air, replace dirt with air. Podzol. Cool. So now let's start with just replacing the different sections of the building with different colors of wool so that we can actually see what's going on. actually see the differentiation between the shapes a lot better. And I think I'm gonna split them by floors too. Okay. So then let's just frame you in like that. Across like you. Then let's do green. Although I think we do want to bring this down one here, because that's going to be kind of the supports, because I want this to be floor level. Man, really the big thing that I hate when I don't have Axiom is how nice and easy it is to replace blocks. I don't have to do this stupid left and right click thing at the same time. Dun 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 dun. I'm actually going to get rid of this top frame because it's not going to be helpful when we're like blocking in a roof line. God of the Fork and Knife, welcome in. I hope you're well. Greetings, Sir Laughlot, Knight of the Craft! Ha ha! Hope you're doing well. And like that, then we can come in here with Cyan. Yeah, and the reason why when you'll see a lot of creative builders blocking things out in bright blocks like wool is it just really allows us to differentiate each shape from the other. Whereas when we just had it as like the dark oak planks, like everything's blending in together, so it's hard to see how it really feels proportionally. Banana. Banana. Had to. Your Twitch day was part of why I just had to. Another reason is that my other Twitch name before this was Lord of the Fork and Knife. Oh my! You've ascended, Lord! Do the wool colors even survive builds? I always do a wool farm before building, besides basic tent. Yeah, I do too if I have access to it. But this is a starter house. We can... I'm gonna do both ancillary structures from this guy in the blue. So I'll do this one too. It's not helpful. Like that. Okay. And that'll have like a windmilly thing on it, so it's gonna hopefully look less weird. Let's... let's start with this house first, actually. Makes more sense. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Need the... find the right shape, even if I'm just going to build the same build with a different block palette. 100%. Like I always build either a tower, a manor, or a simple cabin because I can't just draw a blueprint in game. Yeah, absolutely. Like that. Let's change out for purple. That. All right, folks, what we're gonna do quickly, we're gonna take another break so I can go to the bathroom. Had a very big mug of tea today and then plenty of coffees, so I am flushing. Yes, in the meantime, I'm gonna run some ads so we can keep pre-rolls off. And so please do take a look after yourself as well. Take a break, glass of water, all that good stuff. See you in a few minutes. Alright, we're back. Hope you had a break. And yeah, good stuff and things. Let's keep powering. What is going on over there? Oh, I think there are a million bats in here. Yeah, looks like there's a bunch of bats in there. I'm like, why are there so many dots on the minimap? Bum ba dum ba da ba da ba da da da. Ba 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 rum ba da 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 dum. I'm actually just gonna get rid of this back one, because that's going to hook into the wall anyway. To there, okay. Beautiful. I guess let's just do these in blue. Like that. That's where I want our water mills to be existing in. Grab some punk. Then just the thingamawhatsy. We got light blue in here. I don't think so. Cool. Then we have our fat chimney. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Satellite blue. Well, whoops. Should probably have just done this the whole time, but you know. Probably there. Well, that'll probably hook into. Alright. I think that is all of our basic shapes for right now. Alright, so let's block in all the walls. We'll change that building block color later. We're not going to do the roof lines though. No, I don't want that to be. That's like a balcony. So let's make that blue wall. House! How are we doing decided? Cyan wall. We're designing our starter house. We did a rough frame in survival. Blue wool. So we're doing a rough block out now to make it easier to exist and play around with things in a more organic fashion. Oop. Thank God for the undo function. There we go. Boom. That, then I guess let's come up to here. Lime wool. There. To there. There to there. There to here. I'm in a wall. I'm in a wall, I'm a wall family. I'm in a wall, wall. Bum 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 like that. Okay. Block out our walls. Once again, we're not going to do the ceiling lines. Bum ba da 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 da. Huh? Set magenta wool. Purple wool. Dippity doo. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Like that. All right. And up to here, set light blue wool. Delonchus. Let's pose like that for right now. Well, no, let's just do that. That's fine. That doesn't matter. And then you, nope. I mean, it doesn't matter, but you to here to the light blue and you down. Okay, I think that's everything blocked out now. All right, so now we come in and do roof lines potentially. Or do we just block out the rough building materials for each wall face? Potentially that. So that we can clear up wall types again. All right, well, let's do a U and come up here to here, pos 2. And now we can just do replace commands. So I reckon I wouldn't mind a little bit of whitewashiness in here. So I'm thinking maybe this lime green section can be like a limestone. Like that, right? And I reckon the yellow will probably just be like spruce. Like that. And then maybe we'll make the front entrance. Do we make that darker or lighter? I'm thinking maybe make that dark oak. Something like that. And we'll break up all of this with windows and roofs and... I want colors in the roofs and stuff, so that's not going to be a huge problem. We want this to feel a bit rickety. What do we got? Ooh, jungle. Jungle is good rickety. So replace pink wool with jungle planks. And we'll probably do a lot of logs and stuff instead of planks. But this is cheaper for us to like blast in as block colors. Feel like, I mean, let's look through everything, right? So we don't have cherry yet, but I also can't imagine myself using cherry except for the bark. Mangrove bark is beautiful. Acacia bark is beautiful. Same with pale. I wouldn't mind using pale. We haven't found it yet. I feel like maybe the purple can be birch. It's still like lighter, but yeah, let's maybe do purple as birch. It's still in the lighter sense of things, but it's not like as white as the as the limestone. Then maybe we do like a stone or something for this base. So maybe like a deep slate. That's real harsh at the moment. Though, I don't think that's good. So maybe just cobblestone. Undo 2. Redo. And then do that. That still feels really harsh, doesn't it? It's so bright, so maybe like tough instead. I think that feels better, but I don't want it to just be spruce. Although we do have a separator here with the spruce. I mean, there's granite and brick, I guess. Maybe look at scoria or something like that. I don't want to go to the nether for this house. I don't want to go to the nether yet. There's terracottas. I think I'm just gonna have to replace tough. Strip dark oak. Access Y. We're gonna need to break that up, but I think that's okay. The birch certainly ain't right, but that's also fine right now. This is probably gonna be like girders or something, so let's just do that quickly. Yeah, I don't like that. I certainly don't like the birch. I think so far, I don't like this. So maybe we get some mangrove in for that dark oak planks. Maybe even that be mangrove. Let's get into more create things. Ooh, look at these shingles. Beautiful. What's that? Zinc block? Pretty. Ooh, the cut diorite's really nice. What is this? Cut andesite? That's nice. Cut tough is pretty. I want to use these like more colored stones in like the roofs. Although ochre's not bad. What if replace birch planks with create ochre? Alright, that is hideous. I assume there's a cut ochre. Yeah, okay. Which might still be hideous. Yeah, it's still not great. That's pretty ugly. I feel like I want this to kind of be concretey, so I reckon this will be like cut tough. Replace cyan wool with create cut tough. Because it looks super cementy, right? And then I really like this limestone. I don't want it to just be the same material though. Maybe dripstone? It's granite. Back in a moment, folks. Alrighty folks, unfortunately I'm actually going to have to call a stream here. Something's just came up. But it's been a good stream. I'm not 100% sure on like our rough blockouts yet for building blocks. But I like the shapes. The shapes I'm really happy with. It's just about figuring out how to piece it all together in a way that feels like it's all fits in together well. But isn't just all the same materials, which we can do as well, but I want to not necessarily, yeah. All right, but yeah, we are gonna have to call it here, folks. Do I have an easy raid? Not particularly. Alright, so we're just going to call it here, folks. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. Until I see you guys again, I will probably do some work on playing around with the blockouts for this off stream, but I'm not sure. I'll see you guys next time I feel the buzz, the call to play Create with you all. Alright, folks, I love you all so much. If you haven't, check out our Discord. I post all my VODs on YouTube and all that good stuff. And check out my socials. I do post on Blue Sky from time to time. Have a great day, a wonderful night. Till I see you again. Take care of yourselves.